Greetings, greetings, greetings. How are you all doing? How are you? Look, I'm here in downtown Zapopan. If you come to Guadalajara for the World Cup, you have to visit because downtown Zapopan is really beautiful. And well, in this pre-World Cup gala where Mauri Vergara was present, Mauri Vergara showed up here, the owner of the Chivas team, who is obviously the man of the moment, and he broke his silence. Oh yes, he broke his silence. And if you listen, what did the owner of Chivas say? So stay here with me, we're going to see it next. And when you hear the words, well, tell me what you think, right? What do you think about what Mauri mentioned? Yesterday, he made all of Mexican soccer tremble. I'm Jesus Bernal, thank you all for your attention and, follow me, subscribe. Without further ado, let's start this video with the latest news about Chivas. Well, the owner of Chivas, Mauri Vergara, just walked down this red carpet a few moments ago, not long ago, to say a few words. It seemed like he wasn't planning on it, but he started talking to people, saw a lot of media, and saw the right moment to speak up. And Mauri Vergara delivered his message. He delivered his message about what he had to say, specifically regarding the topic, right? There were no questions. I can tell you that, there were no questions. It was a brief message. It was very brief, but very concise about this situation that happened yesterday regarding the agreements. I won't tell you more. Listen to it yourselves and see Mauri Vergara himself.
With the agreement with the national team players, look, the most important thing is that the agreement was restored. I'm very happy that the national team players, all 6 of them, remember there are 6 from Chivas, are already on the national team camp roster. And what's even more important is that this Saturday we have an important match to play and that the fans, the team, and the management are united. Thank you all very much. Good night.
And well, let me show you a little bit here. Here's Hacha, and there are the colleagues. Honestly, a lot of people came. I lost the zoom for a second. There's Huerta, Wario, and Picasso. Everyone over there is messing around. And yeah, everyone was satisfied with what Mauri said. Well, honestly, we have to thank, of course, the owner of Chivas for stopping by and for taking the time to talk to us. That's always very valuable to have that. And well, like he said, the important thing is that the agreements were fulfilled. I understand that he saw the need to do something, which in this case was to slam his hand on the table. To slam his hand on the table and make sure that what Mexican soccer needed and what had been agreed upon was enforced. In this case, it was precisely the fact that they didn't want to abuse the agreement, which had already been signed. I think, and I don't know what you all think, that Mauri Vergara showed that he has quite a lot of influence. A lot in the Federation. Just one tweet was enough to blow the whole thing wide open. And that dirty trick they wanted to pull, doing things under the table and asking for permission and all that, he ended up stopping it. And more than just to bother or anything, I agree with Mauri. It was simply about, respecting the agreements, making sure things worked as they were supposed to, and that's it, right? Basically, I think that was the point. And honestly, good for the owner of Chivas. Well, on other topics, I've been asked a lot in the last few hours about the open training session that will take place tomorrow on the field at Estadio Akron, right? Let me tell you, number one, yes, it will be an open training session, but it's not like you just show up and they let you in. Actually, it was exclusive for people who have a Chivabono, right? It's mostly for people with a Chivabono. So, they did a raffle. You had to go to a link, and if you made it in time, well, you were set and they gave you your spot. There are quite a few who, even though they have a Chivabono, are going to be left out. And it was free, so don't pay. If someone tries to sell you the ticket, don't pay, it's free. And the only thing I can tell you is, well, there's no chance for you to just, let's say, show up and try to get in just like that. I mean, there will be access control. That control obviously is with the QR code that was generated through the Chivabono. So only some fans who manage to get it will be able to enter. What's the intention? To keep creating this unity, this message of unity that has been shared by the people leading Chivas' communications towards the fans, the team, the coaching staff, and the players, to try to turn things around in the Tigers match on Saturday. That's right, so, well, we'll keep following what happens, of course. But yeah, I mean, don't put yourselves through that, right? If you don't have the QR to get into tomorrow's training, well, no. Don't even bother going to the stadium. All right, on other topics as well, I want to mention to all of you that this isn't the first time Chivas has been in this situation of having to come back from 2 goals down. There's a very recent one that I'm sure you all remember, which is against America, right? That one where Chivas lost 1-0 at home. They lost 1-0 but needed a 2-goal margin due to their standings. And they achieved it thanks to Belko Paunovic. So I think we can't forget that part. And back in 2006, there was also a playoff where Chivas didn't have their national team players. They had taken away 6 of them, and they knocked out the Jaguars de Chiapas team in the quarterfinals, who won the first leg 3-2 and had the edge because of their position in the standings. Chivas needed to go and score 2 goals at the Jaguars stadium, and they did it. And with that, it was done. Chivas qualified for the next round, so yes, it's difficult. Of course it's difficult, but there's also some hope that Guadalajara can do something in this match, turn things around, and get the result that Chivas needs. To wrap up, here are some images of Zapopan. If you aren't familiar, it's a municipality next to Guadalajara and part of its metropolitan area. That's the downtown area. Honestly, it turned out really nice. They've fixed it up well. Mauri Vergara attended today's World Cup event. That over there is the Zapopan Cathedral, also iconic. It looks really nice. And it's one of the tourist options the city will have. In fact, look, there's already the flag of Czechia, Spain, and Mexico. Over there, the ball. Over here is Korea's flag. These are the national teams that are going to come right here. In fact, the Akron Stadium is in Zapopan. So, actually, the World Cup will be played in the municipality of Zapopan, which is part of the metropolitan area of Guadalajara. Well, there you have it. That's the situation with Mauri Vergara. What he said today, the message he delivered. The owner of Chivas wanted to shake up Mexican soccer yesterday. Thank you all for your attention. Have a great day. We'll see you next time with much more. Have an excellent night. I'm Jesus Bernal. Thank you. Bye.